This lecture is going to be pretty short. It's just on two of the three reasons why demand is downward sloping. And those are two effects. It's the income and substitution effect. The third reason why demand is downward sloping is going to be something called diminishing marginal utility. But we're going to cover that a little bit later. For now, just income and substitution effects, since they have directly to do with something that we're going to be learning about called elasticity. So first, the substitution effect is the effect that takes place when your change in quantity demanded is going to decrease as the price increases. And that's because it's what you're going to substitute is going to become relatively cheaper. And that's why it's the substitution effect. So if the price of your initial good increases, you're going to be more likely to substitute out something else. So your quantity demanded will decrease. So that helps explain the downward sloping demand curve. Because at the same time, if the good becomes relatively cheaper, they will substitute in that good for whatever the substitute is. The other effect works in conjunction with the substitution effect. It's called the income effect. And what this basically says is that as the good becomes more expensive, it takes up a larger chunk of your income, so you buy less of it, which makes sense on a very intuitive level. It's more expensive, you buy less because it takes up more of your income. So this works in the same vein as the substitution effect, but it just doesn't happen a whole lot. It's rare that you think about it eating up a chunk of your income unless it's a very expensive good. So normally it doesn't take place a whole lot, and it just sort of supports the substitution effect. And that's it. That's two of the three reasons why demand is downward sloping. Look for diminishing marginal utility later on. But these two effects will go on to form elasticity, which we're covering next.